You may not be able to cook like the pros, but you sure can shop like them. My next guest is Will Crawford, who's with the Chef's Warehouse, and that's exactly what people can do. Well,
That's correct. So, Angie, for the last 35 years, we've been sourcing the finest ingredients in the world for our country's chefs. And when all this hit and our restaurants closed, we realized we had to reach out to the consumer to keep us healthy so we can be here when our chef partners return. So what I want to do today is just show you some of the great ingredients you can get online and then a couple of recipes to cook.
one thing I want to just throw in there, I mean, we love our local, especially, our local grocery stores they've been wonderful. We appreciate all of those essential workers, but this is chef quality food that separates you.
Correct. So we source from around the world some of the best ingredients. One of the ingredients I'm going to highlight today, we're going to use for our shrimp cocktail. So most people would just make a cocktail sauce, but we're going to talk about our shrimp. It's chemical free. It's farm raised, so it's sustainable. It gets the Monterey Bay seal of approval, and it's made and packaged without chemicals. These are called XTXWs. They're available on the site. We have many of the finest chefs in the country using these. Locally, there's many like Chef Bobby Benjamin at Butchertown Grocery uses this. So what we're going to do is just boil off the shrimp as normal. Then we're going to make a quick vinegar minuet. And this is usually reserved for oysters, but I thought it'd be fun to do it with shrimp. So this is Forum Chardonnay vinegar. It comes from Spain. It's got a lovely flavor. So you simply take some chopped green onions, some scallions, you put it in a little dish, you add some of this, you add a little salt, you add a little pepper, you put that with your already cooked shrimp right here, and it's ready to go. So that's a great appetizer. Very quick.
And very easy. I can do that.
Okay. You can cook these shrimp from frozen too.
That is perfect. Okay, what else do you have for us? Already we've started.
Okay, so I'm going to cook a chicken breast saltimbocca, and we're going to use Amish raised chicken called Gerber Farms. It's out of Ohio, so it's semi-local. These are wonderful antibiotic-free, hormone-free chicken breasts, and I've already got some prepared over here, and we're going to take some of our Frantoia olive oil that's available on the site. This is from Sicily. This is some of the finest olive oil in the land. So we're going to put this in our hot pan. We're going to take some sage, fresh sage. We're going to go ahead and start sizzling that up in the pan to get a little cooking time on it, along with some crushed garlic that we've got. We're going to add a little lemon juice. And then we're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to start sauteing it. So while that sautés, meantime, I've started our quinoa. So quinoa has become very, very popular recently, and it is a wonderful, wonderful grain. It's full of protein. So this comes, it's white organic, 5-pound bag. I've already got it cooked up here. So just a 2-to-1 ratio of water to the 1 part of the quinoa, and it's got a lot of protein in it. So we got that going. We also have some asparagus that I'm going to serve with the dish. And again, I'm just going to simply blanch this. This is no magic here. So one of the things I do that Julia Childs taught me from one of her old shows was just take a peeler and just lightly score the bottom of the thick stems so that they will cook all the way through. And then you can just throw them into your blanched water, and you get that going. Okay, for the chicken breast, I'm going to add a little red, a little white wine, a little more lemon juice. Get that going. Turn it over, and you can see how the sage leaves are just adhering to the chicken breast really nice. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to put, typically you use curd prosciutto for a saltimbocca dish, but I'm going to use this really cool charcuterie stick from Creminelli. Creminelli's been making charcuterie and cured salami since the 1400s in Italy. One of their family members came over to the United States in the 80s. He started a farm here. They use sustainable pork. This has got some infused fresh truffles from Italy in it. So with charcuterie, you want to cut it very, very thin because it's very hard. So I've sliced it almost razor thin. I'll shingle that over the chicken. And then I'm going to add some goat cheese right on top of all of that. And then that pops right into the oven. And you've got a really hot oven going so you can get a nice browning effect on your goat cheese. We'll put all that in there. Take this pan. I'm going to transfer it over to another pan to put into the oven because I want to use all the juices from this to make my sauce for the salt and vodka. So that pops in there. In the meantime, the shrimp is done. So we're going to put it right in it. Okay, so for the sauce, you're going to add, with what you've got in here, maybe just a little bit more French olive oil. You're going to add a little white wine. Now be careful because you could get some flames. This is called deglazing the pan. I'm going to add some more lemon juice. Then I'm going to take some of our really great butter called Grand Reserve, available on the site, and I'm going to throw that in there. Reduce the heat to 0 and stir it all up. Maybe a few more of our sage to give it a little bit more of that sage flavor, which I like so much.
Well, I have to tell you, I mean, this looks amazing. I always miss our Charlie Wilson's KitchenAid kitchen in studio when we were in studio. But right now, I mean, you are at home for sure in your own kitchen there.
I love doing this stuff, Angie. I love using these ingredients. And I used to be a chef. I owned a restaurant for 9 years. And this is great. This is a great way to take some of those old talents I had and apply them now. So I'm going to do some TV magic here. And we have some chicken breasts already cooked off because it's going to take a little bit longer in the oven for these. But I'm just going to show you the finished dish here. So this is how the chicken will look when it comes out. And then you're just going to simply take your sauce very carefully. This is a heavy pan. And you're just going to pour it right over the top of the chicken. You're going to add some quinoa to the plate with your asparagus. That plating wasn't perfect. I'm so sorry. And there's your asparagus. And then you have a quick meal. This can be prepared in like 15, 20 minutes.
And I'm going to ask you to just hold that up just a little bit closer so all of us can start drooling here. That looks fantastic. Thank you, Will, for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you so much. You know, I just wanted to say real quick, 10% of all sales, of the profits from all sales on the website are going to help impacted workers from the restaurant industry that have suffered so much during the shutdown. So I hope you guys can all support us. And thanks again so much for the time.
If you want to shop the Chef's Warehouse and, like Will said, benefit people in the food industry who so need our support right now, just visit shop.chefswarehouse.com and then scroll to select your region and then start shopping.